Hello everybody, my name is Joy. Welcome to a second set of footnotes on Phasmophobia concerning After the recent patch, a lot of things about hunts have changed. Ghosts got stronger as they now gain movement speed while chasing players, but also got a nerf since they cannot see players behind furniture anymore. This made me want to test a few things, for which I chose Tanglewood Street House. I wanted to know if the car in the garage broke line of sight or if death could be avoided in the cellar that used to be a death trap. Some of the possible hiding spots had promise, others seemed outright stupid, but I wanted to give them a shot anyway. The first thing I set out to examine was whether you were visible behind the car. To do this, I set up some infrared sensors as I did for most of the other following tests too, to be able to track the ghost's movements. Once the hunt started, I hid behind the car. If the ghost comes in the garage, it has a high chance to discover you, but as you can see here, it didn't start chasing me, it was just looking around, unaware that I am right on the other side of the car. So to answer the question, the car does break line of sight. Upon my second hunt, I stood in the basement waiting for the ghost to notice me. Once it headed downstairs, I hid behind the boxes in the far end. That made the ghost wander around to look for me, but it didn't notice my character. Next, I set out to see how the locker's level of security has changed. Making sure that the ghost had line of sight on me, I closed the locker door. If you do this, expect the ghost to open the door multiple times in quick succession, where it is mostly just a matter of luck and reflexes whether you perish or be spared. So this became a lot more risky since the new patch, however, it is still survivable. It was time to test the less likely hiding spot. The kitchen counter seemed like a horrible idea, but as it turns out, the ghost that came from the front of the house and activated my light sensor wandered towards the garage cluelessly. However, staying there due to the high risk of the ghost passing by again was not very smart of me. During my next game, I encountered an EMF5 ghost in the bathroom without having any other clues, so this hunt starting at the garage at around 80% sanity caught me off guard. It was a good opportunity to try to loop the ghost though and see how far I can get. Turns out, even if you try hiding behind the car by crouching, the long side of it is too long to make a reliable looping possible. Next, I tested the small space behind the drawers in the dining room. That proved to be alright, and being right next to the outer wall of the house, also having a minimal chance of the ghost accidentally passing by it. The toolbox in the garage is a similar case, cause as you can see here, it blocks the ghost's line of sight. However, it has a higher chance of getting jumped, simply because of the ghost often going around the car, and by doing so, it must pass this hiding spot. Without wasting too much time on the dining table, no. Just no. It looks stupid and it doesn't work. But it gave me a chance to show you that you still can lose even these new speedy ghosts by breaking the line of sight, even if you are really sluggish when it comes to closing doors, just as I am. My last test was on how well ghosts can hear. I wanted to know if whispering and shouting made a difference at all, and how certain the ghost called to my location will be about my whereabouts. Can you tell me your thoughts about ASMR? Can you hear me like this? You apparently cannot. Alright, let's try it louder. Hello, excuse me, Mrs. Ghost? There was no way to escape that. So let's summarize our findings. Don't try to loop the ghost in open areas. Don't try to hide behind the dining table. Even while hiding behind a legit piece of furniture, try not to overstay in frequented areas. Try to go for hiding spots that are less likely to be passed by randomly. Don't test your viewers by shouting in the closet. If you are seen entering a closet or locker, get ready to hold the door. If you end up being chased, try breaking line of sight by closing the door or ducking down. This concludes my footnotes on a few new hunt mechanic related issues. Thank you all for watching and see you on the field.